Happy Friday! It's mystery author Ellie Alexander, and I am beyond excited to share a special Autumn in Ashland version of 5 things with you. So stay tuned and we'll get to it. It's another Friday, and fall is by far my favorite time of year. It's hard not to be when you look around me at the stunning beauty that is the real Ashland. That's a question I receive so much from readers from all over, asking whether my fictional version of Juliet's Ashland is real. And I am here to tell you it is. And today I'm going to take you on a walking tour of some of Juliet's 5 favorite spots in Ashland. Actually, there's so much to show you. I might do some bonus content. We might do more than 5 today, but that's okay, I digress. To start out, I am here at Lithia Park, which is also known as Ashland's crown jewel. And if you just take a tiny glimpse around me, Lithia Creek is rushing beneath me. The trees are stunningly on fire in gorgeous autumn colors. And behind me, you can just barely see the tip of OSF's Elizabethan Theater peeking out. Juliet spends so much time clearing her head, getting her thoughts away from murder and baking here in Lithia, as do I. And I'm so thrilled to get to show you parts of this beautiful gem close up. The mountains surround us, and then of course, anytime you walk through the park, you're likely to stumble upon deer, wild turkey, and every once in a while, maybe even a bear. It's true. That's happened in the books with Juliet, and I have much more in store. So Jules often starts her day or ends her day with a loop through Lithia Park. I'm gonna do a little loop of my own through Lithia to give you a sense of how stunningly gorgeous this park is, and we're only going to get to see a little glimpse of it. It goes on for acres and acres and acres, and I feel so fortunate that I myself get to walk this loop every day. Jules definitely finds her center point here in Lithia Park. Such a great place to just unwind and stop and listen to the sounds of nature. Well, the Lithia bandshell has not made an appearance in a book yet. It is the site of so many fun, festive summer and spring activities. Movies in the park, concerts, events, and I do have a vision at some point that Torte needs to host a wedding here. I don't know who's getting married, but isn't this just a perfect spot for a wedding? I'm writing book 12 as we speak, and the bandshell is going to take center stage, so stay tuned for more deliciousness here. So once Juliet has finished clearing her head and taking a nice long stroll through Lithia Park and hopefully not been attacked by a cougar or a killer who's after her because she's sleuthed out too many clues, she's gonna go to spot number 2 of our walking tour of Ashland, and that is the Calle, the back side of the plaza where all of the cute shops are located. So let's go check it out. This is one of my favorite places in Ashland. It is so quintessential in terms of the village. You have this gorgeous mural, the creek is running here, and then as we walk farther along the path, there are plenty of shops and restaurants. It's the perfect stop in the middle of the afternoon to cozy up creekside and have a nice drink, maybe open up a book and just soak in all that Ashland has to offer. This is the area that Jules and her team at Torte use when they're going back and forth between Lithia Park, maybe even OSF. When they're doing bread deliveries in the morning, they might make multiple stops along the back side of the plaza here. And during the summer months, it's bustling with tourists who are sitting out, having coffees, lunch, lingering over happy hour, you name it. In the fall though, it's beyond gorgeous. I love walking this way. One of my favorite things about writing a mystery series set here in Ashland is that Ashland is peppered with all these wonderful secret passageways and alleyways that are great places as a writer to find somebody lurking in the middle of the night. Stop number 3, Torte. This is where I imagine Torte sits on the plaza. You have the stairs that go down to the new remodel. Sorry, any spoilers if you're new to the series. You'll find that out soon, so don't worry. And then right here on the corner takes you straight down into the heart of all of the action on the plaza. This is such a perfect place to have Torte sit because Juliet can see everything that's going on from her vantage point. And as an artisan pastry sleuth, that's really important. She might spot something that loops back to the current mystery that she's immersed in if she's sitting at the front windows of Torte and happens to spy something nefarious going on in the plaza. So this is the front side of Torte, where there is always a ton of activities. Customers going in and out, people shopping on the plaza. Of course, during the height of the festival, this place is booming. Juliet and her team at Torte are constantly running back and forth down the plaza to deliver their delicious baked goods and of course check out what's going on in Ashland. From here, she can walk straight down and stop at Thomas's parents' flower shop, a rose by any other name. She can pop into Puck's, also known as Oberon's, and have a pint, or she can head down to Lithia Park. Number 4, Oberon's. This is where Jules and Lance come to have an evening cocktail and puzzle over who done it. It's the best spot in Ashland for Jules and Lance to grab hearty pub fare, maybe a pint, or if it's Lance, a fancy cocktail, and pull together all of the clues that they have been puzzling throughout the day and hopefully maybe figure out who the killer is. Number 5, I am literally standing in the center of the plaza. This is where most of the action in the Bakeshop Mysteries takes place. I'm going to give you a full circle tour, but Torte is over on that corner. Thomas and the professor's police headquarters are right across the street. You have all of the businesses along the way here. Lithia Springs is behind me. And across the street is where Richard Lord's dreaded Mary Windsor Hotel would be. Spoiler alert, there's not really a hotel here on the plaza. It's actually City Hall. Number 6, the Lithia Healing Waters. Yes, these waters are supposed to be magical and have all kinds of amazing healing powers, but ooh, the smell, that sulfur is strong. However, if you're visiting Ashland, like Juliet talks about in the book, you have to have a taste of the Lithia waters. Number 7, I am standing on the Shakespeare stairs. This staircase leads from Lithia Park up to the OSF campus, and in a book, Lance found a body at the bottom of the stairs. Does anyone remember what book that was in? Number 8, I warned you that I had so much to share. In fact, I'm starting to feel like I'm gonna have to do Juliet's Ashland Part 2 because we're just at the base of Ashland. We haven't even started going north up to Ashland Springs and some of the other beautiful places, but I am standing here on what locals refer to as the bricks on the OSF campus. The Elizabethan Theater is behind me, the Thomas is across the street, and the Billmore Theater is right here. In the summertime, the bricks are packed with locals and tourists who pack a picnic and come to hear free music, art, entertainment, all kinds of fun shows that kick off the festival before the doors open to each theater. Juliet spends a big portion of her day coming back and forth on this passageway from Torte to visit Lance in his office right here. It's such a beautiful view with all this ancient ivy and the trees in bloom, and she gets her daily step count in that way. Doing this brief walking tour definitely tells me that I need a part 2 because this is, like I said, just the top of the plaza. That way is going to take us to Paddington Station, so many other spots that get featured in the book, but behind me is Torte. Number 9, how are we already at 9? I'm standing in front of Ashland's real police station here in the plaza. It's an active working police station and they're so awesome. They always answer questions for me. But this is where Jules would come across the street to check in with Thomas and the professor. Torte is literally right there, so she has a bird's eye view of what's ever happening. All right, so that concludes our walking tour of Juliet's Ashland. I have ended back where we started at Lithia Park, this time by the duck pond. You can really see the peak of the Elizabethan Theater behind me, and I just honestly want to spend the rest of the day curled up with a book in the sun here at the park. I hope that you've enjoyed this walking tour, and I am not kidding. I have so much more of Ashland that I could show you, and I would love to hear, what else do you want to see? Do you want to see Juliet's apartment? Do you want to see her childhood home up on Mountain Avenue? Do you want to see the college, Lithia Springs? You tell me in the comments and I'm going to film part 2. But for now, I'm just going to soak in the beauty of autumn. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and can experience color wherever you are. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell to get notified whenever I share new videos. Happy reading!